Like and subscribe, please. I would appreciate it. It would allow me to get my message to more people. And if you're already a subscriber, then I would like for you to just like it to build up the algorithms. And this will also help more people to see my videos. Now let's get straight to it. Let me ask you, how insane is the lie that Columbus discovered America and there were people here? I mean, I was taught that in the first social studies class I took in school that Columbus discovered America. I was also taught that Native Americans were here, called Indians. Do you realize how sick that is, telling a child that? I mean, that's not educating a child to be intelligent. That's educating a child to be insane and believe anything you tell them. That is sickening. It's sickening. Think about it, people. Think about it. Black people, think about it. They taught us Columbus discovered America, meaning there were no other people in America. And yet, they tell us that Indians were here / Native Americans were here. And they put this nonsense into the minds of children. And then they have the audacity to call the truth CRT. Now let me ask you this. Does it make sense to believe anything they say? I mean, I grew up in a black community. I was not around Caucasians. But my first time being around Caucasians in a communicative way, they told me a lot. Do you think about this? You telling a 5-year-old kid Columbus discovered America. You may as well have told me that unicorns are real. That would have made more sense because I could have said, well, I've never seen a unicorn before, so maybe they are real. But then you told a lie and then you contradicted the lie. And I believed it because you also taught me the same way you taught the slaves, my forefathers, that you were the greatest thing on earth. So I came up believing that you didn't lie. And the reality of the situation is, Caucasians, you are the biggest liars on the face of the earth. And not only are you the biggest liars on the face of the earth, you, as a group of people, have killed, murdered, and raped more people than any other ethnicity on the face of the earth. You have murdered, killed, raped, enslaved, tried to enslave, colonize, and tried to colonize more people than any group of people on the face of the earth. And now you expect me to believe any and everything you say. It is not going to happen. For me to believe anything you say would be insanity. It would be a part of your insanity. Your insanity is so ridiculous arrogant, and narcissistic, where you just say things, you just make hypocritical statements. You just contradict yourself. It don't make no difference. I mean, now, talking to my people, if you trust a person that tells a lie that is obvious, and then that is hypocritical, and you trust them, then you become just like them. You become a hypocrite. You become a hypocrite. There is no way that a black person should be, or anybody with common sense should be, a Christian. Because everything they say is hypocrisy and subtracts from itself. Truth adds up. Hypocrisy, lies are hypocritical because they subtract from themselves. How you gonna say that Yahshua, Jesus, was a white man and you murdered and killed him, and then you want me to believe that you believe in his teachings? But he said a rich man has as much chance of getting into the kingdom of heaven as a camel going through the eye of a needle. And then you start a capitalist society. You start the Roman Catholic Church, the Vatican, based on his teachings, and then you contradict his teachings by becoming a billionaire institution. And let's go back. So that is minus your belief in Jesus. That's a deduction because you're not teaching what he taught. And then you created this Christianity, and Jesus did not believe in slavery. Jesus did not believe in slavery. You contradict everything. Caucasians, you contradict everything. Now, black people, they use the teachings of Jesus to enslave us and to colonize us. This is how they got to be where they are. They taught people to trust them using the words of Jesus, and then they contradicted it and started enslaving and colonizing people. And we know it. So in a way, I really don't blame my people for being black Christians, because my mother was one. But thank God I pulled her out of that before she passed, so that she died a Hebrew Israelite. I mean, these people are telling us you can't believe anything they say. I mean, even though they know that Columbus did not discover America and people were here, and they know that black people were here before Columbus discovered America, they will still tell you Columbus discovered America. There are pictures in the temples in Egypt, which is really Kemet, that shows Egyptians as black people. They painted themselves as black people. Then you go to Egypt and they tell you that people from Kemet, now Egypt, were white. That's even contradictory because they admit that Egypt was called Kemet. So let me ask you a question. Why did you change the name of your country? If you were Kemites, how did you become Egyptians? Why would you change the name of your country? That's contradictory, and it deducts from the truth. And Egyptians don't even care. They are so insane. They got mad because Cleopatra was depicted as a black woman, which is what she is. I mean, to borrow a phrase from Kevin Samuels, you can't make this up. This is so ridiculous. Truth adds up. 1 and 1 equals 2. 2 and 2 equals 4. And it adds up. And you learn addition, then you learn subtraction. When you learn subtraction, you learn division. When you learn addition, you learn multiplication. Truth adds up. Nothing that you are saying, nothing that Egyptians are saying adds up. And when we look at religion and we realize that Egypt was conquered first by the Persians, who attacked our religion and tried to give us Islam. Then we were attacked by Greece, and then we were attacked by Romans. I mean, and another thing, Kemet did not have slaves. We paid our people to build the pyramids and the temples. It was their jobs. They were not slaves. We did not enslave each other. That came when the Persians conquered Egypt. But even then, the Nubians, who are another group of black people, came down and took Egypt and restored Kemet back to where it was. And I think the problem was that Mensa Musa, the richest man in the world, who was a black man, he messed up because he left Egypt, Kemet, and with so much gold, he was actually giving it away to help people. He was literally giving gold away, overpaying for things to try to help people. He was trying to help the poor. When the Europeans got wind of this, I mean, that opened the door to attacks. Because their thing was greed, war, colonizing, and enslaving people. That is not of a black religion. Our thing was called the summum bonum, and it meant to do the greatest good so that you would evolve spiritually, do the greatest good and become godlike. Black people, we were never, thievery, lies, we learned all this from Caucasians. We learned all this hypocrisy and insanity from Caucasians. We built this world. We are the people who built this world. And Caucasians, I doubt if Caucasians, who are Neanderthals, created anything. I don't think the Wright brothers couldn't have created the airplanes because they didn't create engines. And engines would not work if not for McCoy inventing the oil pump to lubricate the engine. We invented cell phones, everything. We invented everything because we had the knowledge to build up, to add to go from the known to the unknown. Everything Caucasians have done has been subtraction. They have murdered and killed, like I said before, they have murdered and killed more people than any other group of people in the world. Caucasians invented lying, and they also invented torture. They invented lying and torture, and the first people they tortured were each other. And I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna leave you this video. I'm gonna be sure to leave it this time, because the other time I forgot and added it late. Caucasians want us to believe that they're the most intelligent people in the world. But again, they have a video out calling themselves Neanderthals and subhumans. You can't make this up. They call themselves Neanderthals and subhumans. They just lie. They just lie, and they're hypocrites. They're hypocrites. I'm going to end here, and I'm going to leave the link, because I done left this link so many times, it's insane. But I'm going to leave it again to prove my point, because the truth adds up. I'm going to leave the link because the truth adds up, and I can verify it with facts. And the cool thing about it is that they are calling themselves Neanderthals and subhumans and admitting that black people are 100% Homo sapiens. And Homo sapiens are the intelligent people, because we invented everything. We outdo them in sports. Anytime there is a level playing field, we beat them. And this racism stuff is just their insanity, jealousy, because they want to be us. And if you go back to and to prove the point, look inside the pyramids, look in the temples, look at the people they drew that were the Kemites or Egyptians, and they are black. But even though they see that these people are black, they still say that these people were white. I mean, they want to be us so bad it's ridiculous. I mean, this proves it. This proves that they want to be us so bad, they will whitewash history to be us. They want to be us, and it's time, black people, for us to realize this. Like and subscribe. See you later.